All right, old man, we made it to
Episode
two. We made it. So we are gonna get started with what have you been watching this week?
I've been watching this week. I told you I'd make a list, and like we talked about earlier, I forgot most of what was on the list, other than I watched the movie last night that was so bad it was good.
Okay.
And which was Dreamcatcher, which is an adaptation of the Stephen King novel, which we all know they can be fantastic, or they can be absolute shit.
Yeah, nothing in between.
Nothing in between.
Yeah.
But have you seen this film, Dreamcatcher? For the people that are in it, I mean, you know who Damian Lewis is, right? Band of Brothers, Damian Lewis, red-haired guy, English guy, always plays Americans. No, first thing you're gonna have to look up.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wait, he's not the main character, right? Who's that guy?
Yeah, he's Damian Lewis. Yeah, he's the main character.
The one that does like that little maneuver that they like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know him.
Yeah. Well, him and Thomas Jane are really the main characters in it.
Okay.
But there's the four guys. There's Timothy Oliphant, Jason Lee, Earl.
Yep.
And then Thomas Jane, and then Damian Lewis are the four main guys in the movie. But it's based. But they take a 600-page novel and you try to cut it down into 2 hours, and it just Morgan Freeman's in it, Tom Sizemore's in it. I mean, it's so bad it's good.
Okay.
Because I like it. I watch it because it's hard to find. It's one of those things like we talked about. It was constantly, they want you to rent it, which I was not worth doing that, but it was on for free. So I got into that.
Tyler recently, he did all the Stephen King stuff. Like he started from the very, very beginning, and he went through every single adaptation that Stephen King worked on, and he tortured himself.
There's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah, like
there's some awful ones.
I can actually pull up his, let me pull up his letterbox real quick and see if I can find like all the stuff that he watched. It's insane. Like he would tell me that he's like, I'm like, what are you watching? He's like, another Stephen King adaptation. And I was like, why are you doing this to yourself? But here, I think he made like a little tag on here so I can like try to find. So yeah, Stephen King 115 is what he's seen. So, all right, his highest rated he put The Shining, and then like Shawshank, Stephen King's It, Stand By Me, Green Mile, the good stuff.
Right.
Yeah, like if we get down to the bottom. So yeah, you got The Last Rung on the Ladder, 1 star. Something called Georgie. So I don't know. It's something about.
I don't even know.
It's like 8 minutes long, so it's like a short.
It's
maybe.
a short film. Okay.
Um.
Well, Georgie would be the kid from It that gets killed.
Yeah, maybe that's what they made first, but I'm not sure. You got The Boogeyman. You ever see that?
Yeah, that's not that old. That's
that
great.
was not that Boogeyman. Never mind. This is like a short Boogeyman.
Okay.
I'm trying to feel like a lot of them are shorts in the bottom. I'm trying to find like a full length movie. Quicksilver Highway. You ever seen that?
No.
90 minutes. Yeah, 2 stars you gave it. All right, let me try to find. You said it's Dreamcatcher?
Yeah, it's got to be in there as a bad one. He's got to. Yeah.
I guess I'll have to Google it maybe because it's not. Or not Google it. Search it up because he's not popping up. Oh, wait, Dreamcatcher. He gave it 2.5. Right down the middle of the road. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a couple. I have a friend that gave it 3.5. Another one that gave it 3. So it's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably because of the people that were in it. Like I said, it's so bad, it's actually good because I just don't think they get a lot. They don't get to build on it, which.
Yeah, Tyler said it's not boring. It's just missing like flair. That's what he said.
I would agree. That's a good assessment.
I can't believe he put himself through that though. 115 movies is crazy.
Some of them are bad. I mean, yeah.
Seems like most of them are, but.
There's occasional, like the Night Flyer is not a bad one. That most people don't know what that is. The Night Flyer is not bad. You have to read the King novels. The Graveyard Shift is pretty awful.
I heard of that one.
Yeah, there's that one. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank, but there's a lot of just god awful ones.
I haven't seen much of the stuff, just like the mainstream stuff, honestly.
Like this remake of Salem's Lot was.
I didn't see the
awful.
I didn't see the remake. I think I've seen the original when I was younger.
Well, there's the original, and then they did Return to Salem's Lot, which is not. I don't think that's not really in the King universe because that's just a sequel they wrote. But this one where they redid it and they cut it all up, you could tell they cut the new Salem's Lot down, which should be a mini-series sort of thing, like they did with the TV version of it, and they ended up cutting it down into 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and they just jacked it all up. It's terrible. I waited for it. I was so excited for that to come out, and it went right to HBO Max, and I watched it. I'm like, this sucked.
Honestly, I think the last Stephen King thing I saw was It Chapter 2. Which you like that, right? The newest one.
Yeah, I've seen the old ones and the new ones.
We don't talk about part 2, the old one. Or was it in 2 parts? Because it was a TV movie,
yes.
right? Okay, we don't talk about part 2. I think that's terrible.
You didn't like it?
Part one's amazing.
Part one's amazing when they're
Yeah,
kids. Well,
but
so,
then
I
when it
got to be
turns-
honest, the
yeah.
new one too,
It's
the
perfect.
new one with
Yeah.
the first part when they're kids is pretty good as you can get. But
100% agree. I think that part one is perfect, and then part two is good. Like with Bill Hader is obviously funny as hell. In that.
yeah, I mean it's good as adults, but it's sort of they're rehashing the same thing. Like he's coming back and he's scaring them again as adults, and I get it as an adult. You think at some point, I guess you don't. It takes away the fantasy of it, but it really is an adult, and you shouldn't you realize by now that this is not real, and they all finally do it like this isn't real, it's not happening, and he can kill people, but it could be like, come on,
Yeah.
give me a break.
Yeah. That I've never read the book, so I remember when in part two, because like I don't think they even addressed it in like the original part two, but like what are those dead eyes?
The deadlights.
Dead lights.
The deadlights.
Yeah, I had no idea what that was because I didn't read the book, and so like because they didn't do that in the original, right? I just remember he turned into
I do remember the deadlights from the book, but then it's at the end of part one because Beverly sees the deadlights and she's floating in the air, but they do address it.
Yeah, that's the end of part one, the new one or the old one?
The new one.
The new one. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember the new one. Yeah, the old one, part two. I just remember the spider when you turn into a spider, and it looked freaking terrible. And yeah,
Well, that comes right out of the book too, and it's a little. I mean, the book explains a lot better. There's a lot they left.
is
out
it worth
of
the
book.
read? Like if I got on like audio,
If you're
while
not,
I'm
I
working?
don't recommend reading a large Stephen King book if you're not a reader to get into reading because it's very long and complicated. You better start with some short stories. And
Is it hard? So is it hard to follow along if you're just listening?
oh, you're gonna do the audio?
I would just listen.
No,
yeah, while I'm
no,
working.
do it. I mean, yeah, if you got time to do it, do it. But I just, like I said, when you got a book this thick and then you're gonna start with that, and you're not, if you don't like to read that much, don't start with a big book because you won't finish it.
I want to do Lord of the Rings, honestly, but that's complicated.
Oh, yeah, let's not.
So, like,
let's not go simple.
if-
Let's not just
yeah.
read.
Every 2 seconds, I feel like I'm gonna be like rewinding.
Let's
Like,
not
what did
just
he
do
just
some.
say?
Let's not do some Bradbury and do short stories. No, let's go big.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
that's a hard read.
I love the movie. I'm not gonna read it though. That's the issue.
You're just gonna listen to
I
it.
would only listen. Yeah, but
Okay.
then like if I'm doing something else at the same time, I'm not gonna be like fully listening. And I just feel like it's I heard it's like a pretty, not I wouldn't say difficult, but it's like a harder read
Well,
because there's like so much going on.
And there's so much going on, and that whole world that he creates is you got to be paying attention to what's going on because, which transitioning that into a film, they did an amazing job of that. There's a lot happening there, and who's who and what's what, and Middle Earth and all that. Yeah,
Did I ever watch this as a kid? Do you remember?
I do not
'Cause
remember.
I don't think I did until when I had COVID in like 2021. I laid there and watched all three of them back to back to back, and it was
That's a good way to spend the
freaking
day.
awesome.
I don't
Yeah.
think that was your thing. I mean, we really.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing that. Didn't go to the theater to see them. I waited for them to come on. But when I saw the first one, no, wait, did we go to the theater? We did go to the theater.
I would have been. Did Return of the King come out in like 2003?
I don't remember.
So I would have been really young if I
Three.
went. Is it that old?
Oh no, I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you check that one.
Lord of the Rings.
And I could be wrong. I mean, it's been a long time.
Return. Yeah, 2003. Wow.
Really? Well, they came out right in a row.
It's back to back to back,
They,
yeah.
back to back.
Which is even more impressive.
yeah.
Yeah, 1 year after another, and all three of them are bangers. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyways, that would be a nice.
That's pretty ballsy. It's pretty presumptuous that they were going to be hits because they did three of them in a row. So what
Yeah.
had happened if it wasn't, right? That'd been interesting.
Yeah, three. Yeah, honestly, because the box office would have tanked.
Ooh, 3 flops in a row. No, I mean they're great. They're great films.
Yeah, I love them. What else did you watch? Besides
The
Dreamcatcher?
way back. I was kind of all over the place this week. It's probably why I can't remember them. I don't think I watched anything particularly new, but as I was flipping through, I'd find something that caught my eye, and I know I'd seen the way back. Not to be
That's a cute
confused. Not to be confused with the
Way Back.
or the way back, or
Yeah.
the Ben Affleck way back, and then the Ed Harris.
Wait, yeah, because when we talked about it a few days ago, you said the way back. There's one called The Way Back with Colin Farrell as well, or is that something
Colin
else?
Farrell. Yeah, I think it's that one's called The Way Back, which is
It's a prison escape movie or
that's
something.
Escape from a Russian gulag or
Yeah, yeah.
something along those lines. Yeah,
Haven't
there's
seen
that
it.
one.
I don't know what that is.
There's the Ben Affleck alcoholism movie,
Mhm.
The Way Back.
That was
And
surprisingly good. I like that one.
that very good movie. And then there was The Way with Martin. That's the Emilio Estevez film where his dad directed his dad in it. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. It's called The Way.
Never heard of that
So
one.
there, yeah, I was kind of down that rabbit hole of The Way movies. So
Yeah.
I watched. I watched The Way again. Yeah, so there's that this week. I always throw that on
Okay.
every once in a while and watch that, which I won't even. You'll just have to look it up. But
Okay, I like the way back because Stephen Carell, he's always like a comedian, but he's just an asshole. in that one, and he's just so good.
Yeah, there's totally divergent universes between Sam Rockwell and him, because
Mm-hmm.
Sam Rockwell is Sam Rockwell in that movie,
Yeah.
and then
To a
Steve
T,
Carell
yeah.
to be such an asshole in that movie. That's a good one.
Yeah, I do like that movie.
Yeah, so I checked that one out, but I didn't. Yeah, and like we talked about the Hallmark movie. Yeah, I'll admit it. I watched the Hallmark movie
Yeah.
about the swans.
Nothing wrong with that. They got there's
Away
some
and
good ones.
back. Yeah, nothing wrong. It was a cute film. I mean, it's no harm, no foul, but it was good. I mean, in
And
comparison
what
to a
what
lot
was
of
that one
Hallmark,
called?
Away and Back.
Oh wait, there's a lot of
Yeah,
a lot of
Jason-
ways and backs coming from you.
ways and back, and yeah. So Minka Kelly, Jason Lee. So about swans, watch it. Is a cute movie.
Okay.
Then Jurassic Park films. They've been on because of the new one being out.
Ton of fun.
Yeah, there's been a ton of those on. So some of the ones that I hadn't seen, not so much the first one or the second one or the third one, but like the whole
Jurassic World ones.
whole Chris Pratt kind of universe
Yeah.
thing was been on, and some of those, I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't watched, so I started watching them, and they're all kind of interchangeable because I had to stop what I was doing and sit down and go, which one is this?
Yeah, I watched Jurassic World in a drive. The last time I ever went to a drive-in, so like it must have been 2015, because I think I watched, it was Inside Out and Jurassic World at the same time,
Okay.
and Inside Out was first, and I was just mesmerized because you haven't even seen Inside Out, have you? Because you don't watch
No, I
anime stuff.
haven't. No, I'm not big on
Okay,
cartoons.
it's for animated, bro. Don't disrespect it. Anyways, incredible. I loved it. And then Jurassic World started, and I was like, I don't know. I just wasn't. I like Jurassic Park, the first one, but I'm not a dinosaur dude. So I don't really remember it. I was with Kyle when we saw that one.
Okay.
That's how long ago it was. Not seen. There's been 2 sequels since then. I haven't seen either of them. So I don't know if I heard. I think Dominion, the one where they brought everybody back. Heard it was pretty trash, but I couldn't tell you. So.
They're not great. They're kind of rehashed to me. They're a rehash of the same thing from the beginning. The dinosaurs run amok, and they're trying to get away from them for some reason. And there's always somebody trying to benefit off
creating a bigger, better dinosaur that doesn't work
better
out.
dinosaur, or take it, use it for weaponization, or blah blah. And there's always some hunter that it's the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But
All right, let's get into what I've seen.
oh wait,
So-
what'd you watch this week?
Yeah.
Did you watch anything?
I did.
Okay.
So, since F1, so these are all my logs in Letterboxd since I watched F1, but
Okay.
I think I might have watched Bad Words the night before. I can't remember, but I watched Bad Words. It's the one with Jason Bateman, where it's just it's comedy. Yeah, it's fun. I love Jason Bateman. He's great. I watched First Blood for the first time, first Rambo movie.
Yes.
Never seen it. That was pretty cool. I like that. Like I expected it to be like all out action because that's all I ever see is those pictures of him being Rambo. It's not. It's a little
It's actually till the end. Now, was it called Rambo First Blood, or was it called First Blood?
Just
Nice,
First Blood.
because that's the original name. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that was cool to see him. Yeah, like he's just kind of in a bad situation, trying to get out, and that was really nice. And then the overall message about just like PTSD was like,
Yes.
it was cool. It was nice to see that instead of it just being a dumb action.
Don't mess with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was fun. I saw I saw A Promising Young Woman, which you said you heard of.
Yes.
So that one was really, really good. I gave that. So I guess I could say my star ratings for these. I gave Bad Words 3.5. I gave First Blood 3.5, which people are probably gonna hate that. Promising Young Woman, I did 4.5. Really, really enjoyed it. Carrie Mulligan's in it, and her voice is like scratched an itch in my brain. Her voice is so unique. But yeah, no, the whole overall story is pretty much it's like a revenge thriller.
Okay.
And so I won't say more than that. But some things happen, and then yeah, it's kind of like you don't really know exactly what's going on at first, and then it was every turn it took. I was thinking like, well, this will happen or this will happen, and then something I just didn't even think of happened. So good writing. So really enjoyed that one. We talked about Super 8 on the last podcast.
Yes, we did.
So revisited Super 8, gave that 4 stars. It's like an ET remake. Loved it. That was
Yeah,
cool.
that's a good comparison with it.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned that, but I like that. I'm actually going to go back and revisit that one too.
It's cute. It's like nostalgic, even though I wasn't around in the 70s. But like just hanging out with your boys, doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then the little like cherry on top was them making their movie together because it was, I don't know, it was just like an extra little layer that was super interesting, and like how they were trying to like use the backgrounds for production quality and stuff.
Right.
So that was cool. I watched Sunshine for the first time, the Danny Boyle movie. It's got a star-studded cast. So it's got Chris Evans, Michelle Yeoh, Benedict Wong, Cillian Murphy, this dude that you would recognize that doesn't help you.
Yeah.
Let's look him up.
That's no help whatsoever.
Yeah, no, he's really well, like, you'll know his face. So, Sunshine. Oh, Sunshine movie. All right, so this guy, Cliff Curtis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, forgot about Rose Byrne. She's also in there.
Oh,
this
did
is
you forget
and
about
then-
Rose Byrne?
I know, right? And she's great. Mark Strong also, and then this is the
Good
only
actor.
guy. Only guy I didn't know was Troy Garrity.
Troy Garrity, bring him up. He's got a famous parent, Jane Fonda. Who's his mom?
Wait, I'm trying to see if there's anybody other names in here. All right, I think I got all the big names.
Click on him. Out of curiosity, who is his
Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Tom
nice.
Hayden, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I pulled that one out of the old brain vault.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't even know if I've ever seen anything else he's been in. Honestly, I feel like
Hasn't been in a lot.
Barbershop. Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't been in a ton of movies, but
So he's the only name I didn't know, but the cast is like insane. All of them, great actors. They all did really good. But
you gonna tell me what it's about at all? Anything? Give me
it's
something.
about sunshine, dude. No, the Earth is dying. So
okay.
yeah, it's one of those. So it's a lot of like science fiction tropes you see. So Earth's dying. They're up there in space. There's no communication. Things are going wrong, obviously. So a lot of that stuff, but it's done in like a suspenseful and like mysterious way. So you're kind of like, it's like you don't know what the threat is or what's coming, and you're like, oh, well, it's gonna be aliens like everything else. But then like, yeah, it leads you into it. And so you just, I don't know, it intrigued me. Like I was interested to find out like what is really going on here. And then the sunshine had like a big play to it because like as they get closer and closer, they obviously have a shield to protect them because the sun would just burn them right up.
Right.
But then like they can look at the rays of sunshine, and it kind of seemed like it had like a mesmerizing effect to it, like they were being like altered maybe.
Okay.
But you'll have to watch to find out. Yeah, by the end though, like I loved it. And then Danny Boyle, like you said, did you see 28 Days Later, the original, or no?
Well, there's 28 days, and then 28 days later, and then
There's 28 Days. I think is actually a Sandra Bullock movie. Hold up. Let's see if,
Well,
let's
no,
see,
it
let's see if I
is.
use my brain right
It
there.
is.
Yeah.
28 Days is a Sandra Bullock movie, but is the first one
Yeah,
28
okay.
Days Later?
So yeah, 28. Yeah, it's 28 days later, and then 28 weeks. It skipped months, and then it went to years.
Oh,
this year.
I'm sorry. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, so 28 Days Later. Did you ever see that zombie one?
Big difference in zombies and Sandra Bullock in Rehab, but it
Yeah,
could be the same
yeah.
thing. If you've ever seen 28 Days,
I don't. It sounds familiar. I don't know if I've ever seen it though. Because I know what it is.
I love
so maybe
me some Sandra Bullock, so
She's
I can't
fantastic.
Yeah, I can't complain. But I've seen it, but it isn't. It isn't the best movie in the whole world. But it's got her in it, so I'll watch. I don't care. I'll watch movies that she's
you
in.
Blindside lover or hater. I like Blindside, but there's actually like a group of people out there who do not like the Blindside.
More of a practical magic kind of guy, and I hate Nicole Kidman, but
What's-
not
what's-
personally. It's not like I know her. But
I know. Yeah.
raising your eyebrows, not acting.
Yeah, no,
anyway.
that AMC ad is terrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And then you go through all these ads about how great AMC is, and then they still throw that one in there.
Yep.
Probably because they paid her so much money, they figure they have to show it.
It's so stupid. Like we're already there. You don't have to promote.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here, guys. So
What is Practical Magic about again? I know what it is, but I don't know. What it's about.
they're the witches.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman are sisters, and they're witches, and they live with their witchy aunts, and that's it. It's a cute movie. They're actually making a second one, so you need to.
With Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, they're all coming
Okay.
back. Everybody's. I don't know about Aidan Quinn because Aidan Quinn is in it.
Mm-hmm.
The original. I don't know if he's coming back for the second one, but everybody else is in it that I am aware of. So you got to watch the first one. It's a good one.
I'll watch it. I've seen The Craft when you started saying something about witches. Together. I've
Well,
seen
yeah.
that
I
one.
mean, that's not a terrible movie. Either.
Don't remember that either. I was really young.
it's- Yeah, that one's okay, but Practical Magic was pretty popular. So yeah, I'm. Blindside. I don't hate the Blindside, but
Okay. For the 28 Days Later, did you say you did or didn't see that?
I did not see it.
Okay. So Danny Boyle's got like a very interesting directing style where he likes to be very like frantic and like cut, jump.
Right.
And for 28 Days Later, it's a bit excessive, but I really like that movie. Does it in Sunshine, but he holds off. Like so the whole like most of the movie's like pretty shot normal. But
Right.
then it gets to a certain point where he does like his style of stuff works perfectly for what's going on. So you should check that out. I get that 4.5. One of the cutest movies on earth, freaking adorable. The Intern, Robert De Niro, Anne Hathaway.
Did you work it all this week or what?
I did, yeah, but I got a few more. But okay, to be fair, like I said, I think Bad Words was before F1, and then we were a little bit late posting
Okay,
F1.
fair
So
enough.
this is like a week and a half
Fair enough.
of movie watches, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, after Intern, I did Road Trip, that stupid comedy. It's from 2000. You ever see this one?
I'm sure I have.
All right, I'll pull it up. I think you've seen it because I saw it as a kid, and this was me.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that one.
Yeah, this was me revisiting it. But there's like a ton of these movies though, so you could be thinking of like what's it called, like Euro Trip or any other National Lampoons.
Is this the one where the guy mails something to his girlfriend and they have to go get it back? I've seen it. Yeah,
he hooks up with Jamie Palomino from Just Friends. Her name's Amy Smart, I think, in real life. But Amy Smart.
Right.
Hooks up with her, and then his friends send it out to his girlfriend at the time. So then they go on a road trip to try to stop
and get the film. Yes, I've seen that movie.
Yeah, stupid as hell, but I loved it. It's a great, comfort, just dumb watch. Gave that 3 stars.
Right.
And then I watched Psycho for the first time.
Okay, so thoughts?
I really enjoyed it. I didn't. Most people I think give it like 4.5, 5 stars. I gave it 4, so still a good rating. Yeah, really like obviously it's black and white, but the way that they like are able to like make the contrast and stuff work for different shots, gorgeous. Every single shot of that house was just daunting. It was that shot was terrifying, more terrifying than what was actually going on. But and just the design of the home itself, like inside and out, I thought just had like a very creepy feel to it.
What about the shot at the very end of Norman?
Oh, where he's sitting there and he's smiling and he's doing like the voiceover and his head is that was very, very cool. That's the shot I've seen the most from like people posting, or the shot where he's like covering his mouth, like right after the bathroom scene.
Right.
So yeah, both of those. Yeah, great movie.
It's amazing how they never show when they whip the chair around and
Wait. Spoilers.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Go.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, when he flips the chair around, and yeah, I mean they don't ever show that, which I guess there's a reason why they don't. But it's not hard to figure out what's going on.
They do show. I think real quick. You're talking about it shows like the mom in the chair.
Yeah.
It shows it real quick. It does. But like it's like it shows it and then it switches back to Norman running in with like the outfit on and he's just screaming. Yeah, it was great. It honestly makes me want to go watch his other movies because I've seen The Birds, Forever Go With You.
The Birds is a good one.
Yeah, that's like from the 60s as well, I think, like 1960,
61, 62, somewhere in there. Yeah,
I saw that. I remember liking that. It was interesting. I just remember them like. Obviously, the crows come down and just are all birds.
All
just
the birds.
Messing them up. And I remember they go.
Great movie.
Don't they go into a house and it starts like tearing up the outside of the house or something?
They're hiding in the house. Tippi Hedren is in it with I think it's Rod Taylor, Tippi Hedren.
I said okay, like I know who that is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Tippi Hedren, Melanie Griffith's mother.
Okay.
So you have Tippi Hedren,
yeah,
and then you have Melanie Griffith, then you have Dakota Johnson, grandmother, mother, daughter.
Oh really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't even know that she like had. Oh, so was Tippi good?
No.
Okay, they're all bad then. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, whatever your opinion is on their acting, I think it gets better as the generations go down the line. But Tippi Hedren is it's a great movie. I highly recommend it, but Tippi Hedren's pretty awful in it.
Okay, Dakota Johnson's good. It's just that like I think she gets bogged down because of her 50 Shades of Grey series. And
can you blame her? Those are
they're bad,
terrible.
They're horrible. And then
I was gonna let out a swear word, but I won't. But they're
And then she goes into Madam Web, and I've never seen it.
Skipped it.
Yeah,
I heard such bad reviews. I skipped it.
Yeah, same. So. I heard it was terrible. So,
well, I would have skipped Captain Marvel had I read the reviews before I watched it too. But I watched.
We can talk about Captain Marvel here in a bit because I'm right there with you. But all right, so after Psycho, I saw Fallen for the first time. I think I texted you.
I forgot to ask you about that. What do you think?
It was the way it was shot. I think is like the direction of it. I think is what held it back a bit for me because it was just kind of like cheesy a little bit, and I didn't like the POV shots either. But I really loved like what it was, the story. It's like it at first I thought it was gonna be like more like a mystery. You had to figure out like what was going on. You kind of self-explanatory if you look at the name. I was like, oh,
no, right away. Yeah,
I was like, it's a fallen angel. And then it just goes from there, and like a little bit of religion about it, and then like what's actually going on, and then like the song, I've Got Time or whatever.
Time is on my side.
Yeah, time is on my side. That's creepy as hell. That was cool. The way it can like switch between bodies, I thought was like awesome. So like I think my favorite scene is the scene in the police station where James Gandolfini.
I loved him. We could do a whole thing on James Gandolfini. I loved him in that.
I still haven't seen Sopranos.
It's not a movie. It's a TV
I know.
show.
I'm just saying.
You get a pass for that. But you have to watch The Sopranos. But actually, I would recommend before you watch The Sopranos, if you want to watch Gandolfini, you got to watch his movies that he's in. Go back to True Romance.
True Romance, okay.
He's in it very briefly. And it's movie Steel. Steel's kind of the movie. Him and Patricia Arquette are in a scene together in the film, and classic.
Okay.
Super violent. You're gonna love it. But you gotta watch his movie.
A movie called True Romance. Okay, I thought it'd be a romance.
Yeah, it's Tarantino wrote it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think he directed, but he wrote it, and it's crime gang stuff. But I'm not going to say anything more about it.
True Romance. Okay,
True
I'll
Romance.
probably check it out.
He's in that very briefly. The Mexican, Gandolfini's in The Mexican with Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts.
You talked about that last time, I think. Yeah,
He's in
I added that to my
that.
list.
What other? He's The Last Castle with Robert Redford. But he's good. But you want to watch his movies before you watch him play Tony Soprano.
Okay.
Because he'll never be anything else to you other than Tony Soprano. He has all these little parts he pops up in. There's a movie called Night Falls on Manhattan with Andy Garcia. It's about police corruption, and he's in that as a police detective.
That was a hot topic in like the 90s, wasn't it? Police corruption. I feel like it was in like so many
70s all the way 70s.
so many
to the
movies
90s.
have
well,
that
there's
as like a
so
theme.
much police corruption, and that
Yeah.
But even going back to L.A. Confidential or any of those movies about L.A. or New York police departments, it's always about police corruption. Serpico, Prince of the City.
I have not seen Serpico yet. That's on my list.
Well, Al Pacino's probably another time we could talk.
Dog
about
Day
it.
Afternoon. I haven't seen either.
Yeah,
I really want to watch
I
that
wanted
as well.
to kind of stay away from the De Niro and Pacino tropes because I think everybody does that, and you could, and which warranted, you could do it. They made some great movies, but Al Pacino has made some awful movies too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
what's the one with the Adam Sandler movie where he's singing about coffee?
Oh, Duncan.
Is that Jake? Is that Jack and Jill?
I don't remember.
It's so bad.
The Duncacinos,
Yeah.
But yeah, Gandolfini, watch The Sopranos after you've watched these movies.
I did. Okay, I have seen season 1 of The Sopranos, and phenomenal. But I'm just not a show person because I get like I like to see a movie, plot's over, and I go to the next thing. It's just every time I start a show, I have issues getting through it.
I think you like The Sopranos because there's so many layers to it that it's not just a simple gangster movie. There's a lot going on in some of those episodes.
That scene where spoiler, so skip ahead like 10 seconds, maybe more than that. I mean, they're all in fucking tracksuits, but it's the older guy with white hair's receding, and then the young kid, Paulie, and then the younger kid
Chris.
that's dating the girl. Yeah,
Paulie
they
and
shoot
Chris.
that guy in the tracksuit, and he's like,
Oh, Mikey Palmero, yeah.
That scene was awesome.
Yeah, they're
that's-
chasing him when he's out jogging. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so that was season 1. So season 1 has like even like him just sitting there in therapy was like so interesting.
Is season 1 where he imagines the Italian girl
careful.
next door? It's
Okay.
it's not a movie. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who
Well, I
has
mean,
it? You're the only one.
Yeah, I know.
person in the
You're
world
spoiling
that-
it for me.
But where is that season 1? That's season 1.
He's
Really depressed and he's
very
up in it.
depressed. He's obsessed with the ducks in his pool.
Well, there's the ducks, but then there's the Italian girl that he sees next door. It's just before they try to assassinate him. That's season.
I think so.
Yeah, that's 1.
I think I do see him like look. I can't remember. We watched it like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I have
that's
not gone back.
season 1. That episode is a great episode.
I need to go back. I don't know what's my problem is. Like like I told you, I finally watched Ozark and I got through that whole thing. But by the time I got to season 4, I was really like taking my time. I was like, man. So I just have issues with TV shows.
I could agree because there are times when I think, is they're going to wrap this up at some point, or
Yeah,
you know,
right.
what's going on? So
All right. So Fallen, I gave that 3.5. Really had a good time with it.
yeah, I like that.
Then we saw Superman, which we're about to get to. But
Superman.
after Superman, I saw Cloverfield, rewatched it.
Okay.
Great movie. I mean, a lot of people have the issue with like the frantic camera movement because it's like, found footage, but I love it. I gave that 4 stars. And then I saw Predator, Killer of Killers, which is what I mentioned a little bit before we started. It's the animated Predator one. And it's animated, a cartoon Predator. But yes, it's actually very good.
I'd never heard of that one.
Yeah,
Never heard of
it just came out like a month or 2 ago, I think. But I like there's like 3 separate stories, and they kind of like then there's like an ending to it all. The first 2 stories I thought were like perfection. It's action, so it's just like really really cool though. It's awesome storytelling. Then it kind of like strayed off a bit. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do like 4 or 4.5, but I liked it a lot. It's pretty good.
Okay.
But all right, Superman time.
Superman time.
So-
who's gonna go first on this one? Me or you?
We'll do spoiler free, like couple sentences, and then we'll break the movie down and go through it. So, I really enjoyed Superman. I think it's really good. Wouldn't say great, but
Okay.
there's things in there I didn't like as much, but then there's probably way more that I like. But I think I hyped myself up too much going in, expecting this to be like the perfect Superman.
Right.
Because I also like just watched, Superman 2, 3, and 4, which kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
ass. So,
Well, 2.
2's fun. No, 2's fun.
We'll talk about 2 in a little bit. 2 is okay.
Yeah. We'll get there. But 3 and 4 are pretty bad.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I was just expecting like greatness in that trailer. Like, did you watch the trailer for Superman?
I've seen several different versions
Okay.
of it. Yeah.
So yeah, I try to avoid the later ones, but that very first one with like the kid putting the flag up, and I was like, oh, this is Superman. This is awesome. Like that.
That's not the first one I saw.
Maybe that's not the first trailer then.
I saw him hit the snow. Boom, he hits the snow.
Okay. Was that the teaser or like was that like a clip or was that a trailer?
I don't remember. It was very short, but then you see the dog.
Okay.
And I was like, what the hell is this? But
Yeah. We got a crypto hater over here. No, I did see that, but I don't know, there was a trailer at some point where I think that showed the kid put the flag up, and like I don't know, there's moments in it, and I stopped watching because I was like, I don't want to see anymore. I'm sold. So like I built myself up a lot of hype, and I think that's kind of what like I wouldn't say I was disappointed leaving at all. Like really, really enjoyed it. But there's just some things I didn't like, and I loved, so like obviously the flying's cool, fighting's cool. There's not a couple of things out without spoilers, but story I think is pretty good. People complain about the political stuff. I had no issues with it. I thought it added another layer.
Not even sure I know where they're going with this, and I'll wait till it's my turn. But I'm not sure what the hell that even means.
Yeah, so many people had issues though, and I'm like, I think it adds another layer to it because if this happened, like if Superman was real, he'd be all over the news every single day. If he was, doing things where he wasn't supposed to be doing that, U.S. people, U.S. citizens wouldn't go do, or like, our officials wouldn't go do. People are going to talk about it. So like, yeah. So I thought that was a great addition, and Nicholas Hoult is incredible in the role, like the best Lex Luthor we've gotten. I even think that David Cornsweet Superman is a picture perfect Superman the way he looks. Lois Lane is Lois Lane. I mean, I agree. I don't think we got enough of her.
We didn't, but at the same time,
we did,
and we got enough. Let's just put it that way. Because what is Lois in every Superman movie ever made? What is Lois Lane always doing?
Damsel in distress.
Damsel in distress, and we don't. And I'm not spoiling anything by saying we don't have that here.
Yeah.
So
which is
that's
a good thing.
I like that because he's always off trying to do something important, and she's screwing shit up, and he has to
get distracted.
Yeah, distracted. So it doesn't happen here, and I like that for that character.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, like I said, I hyped myself up. So when I was like leaving, I kind of felt like underwhelmed's not even the right word either because I really had a good time. So like I was being more negative, but I liked it. And then when we go to spoilers, I actually reveal what I gave it. So then
that's a movie I think if you go back and watch it the second time, you're going to enjoy it far more because again, everybody kind of gets their expectations built up. If you're looking for it to be the DC universe versus James Gunn's universe, it is different. It transitioned. If you're a comic book person, which I know a lot of comic book people, there was a lot of comic book people in that audience in the theater, and I think it hit the mark for them because I transitioned over. It's a bit silly, it's a bit campy, but there's a lot of action in it. I didn't dislike it at all. It's not the greatest movie I've ever seen, but it was a good movie. It was enjoyable, and I would watch it again. I would go in and watch it because I think the next time I probably will. All those expectations are now gone, so I can watch it and enjoy it the second time. I read a lot of terrible reviews in the last few days. And a lot of I think they tried to associate the way they kept calling him an alien with what's happening now in politics with illegal immigration. And I don't know, and maybe that's accurate, maybe it isn't. Let's remember this film was made, wasn't just made last week and just released. It's probably made a while ago. And you can take that, but who cares? What does it have to be with politics? It's a comic book character that James Gunn's made back into a comic book character. And you even got some of the characters in there are a little campy and a little goofy, but so what? I mean,
it works for the overall.
It works overall, and I didn't see anybody in that theater leave that was complaining about it. There was a whole lot of comic book store guys from The Simpsons in there, rolling out of there, and I didn't hear worst episode ever out of anybody. It was a good movie. It's a good movie. It's entertaining, and that's what's important.
That's interesting. Yeah, because even when we were walking out, we were overhearing like all these nerds talking about it. But yeah, like they all were like it was positive stuff, and then like online though, I feel like I seen mostly like. I guess I am seeing a lot of praise, but yeah, there's like a lot of negative stuff.
I've seen very few. Some of them were like, no, if you're a comic book guy, this is the movie, and if not, if you're looking for some deeper meaning and you want to go from the dark universe of Zack Snyder and Man of Steel, which we'll get to that. Man of Steel, great movie, but we'll get there. But that's not the same thing. So, I don't know what you're doing in there. I mean, we called them nerds, but we were right in there in the nerd fest.
Yeah, we were.
We were enjoying ourselves with them.
And now we're here discussing it. So
so it makes us just as nerdy as them. But it was. I thought it was good. You got to put all that. You go to the movies to get away from a lot of that stuff. I know you want to. I know we all do it. We want to overthink them or we want to analyze it. And I think we don't analyze movies we don't like.
Yeah.
If some part of you likes a film, you're going to go in there, you're going to analyze it. What did that mean, or what did you this? And
Exactly.
you'll watch it again, and you'll see something you didn't see the first time. But if you really hate a movie, do you give it like a second thought? We might go on and go, though, that movie sucks.
Yeah, you go, that movie sucks, and you never talk about it
You
again.
never
That's
go
it,
back
yeah.
to it, and you'll scroll by when it comes on. You're like, I'm not watching that again, or maybe you will, and you'll like it again. I think the guys that hated it, watch it again.
They're
I mean,
gonna
what are
have
they?
different
What are
views,
they expecting here out of that? I mean, they tried to be it all serious and dark, and look where that whole thing went in the other, universe of that. It didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, when Man of Steel came out, a lot of people really didn't like it either.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I love Man of Steel.
Yeah, let's just get to it. Man of Steel is a good movie.
Yeah. I think Man of Steel is great, and I think it was nice that they decided to like go to like the darker side a bit for Superman for that.
Yeah,
Like, because like we already had Christopher Reeve's Superman, or his name's Christopher Reeve.
Reeve.
There's no S. I was the S.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve. It was Reeve Superman. That's right, actually. Anyways, his Superman is he's a Boy Scout, and he's hope. He's vibrant. He's like what is
it's
good.
a translation of the comic book character
Exactly.
into. I mean, not to get off subject, but if you look at Batman, the interpretations of Batman have been very different because they took. They transitioned, in my opinion, Christopher Reeve's character from the comic book to him. He's a Boy Scout. He's he's truth, justice, all that good stuff, and that's what it's supposed to be. Where Batman, going back to the comic books, Batman's a psychopath.
Yeah.
And then they turned him into, I won't kill, I won't do, which he's still great.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit different. But Reeves, I mean, it's not the same film. What I like about this film is it's not another retelling of the first Superman.
Yes.
Or Man of Steel, where you've got sort of the origin story.
So I gotta say this before I forget, because I might forget. Man of Steel. I had never seen Superman 2 until I watched all the movies before we went to go see Superman. And
I know where you're going with
Man of Steel is Superman 2.
Yes.
So it's just the same movie. So I was like,
It's a better version.
It's a better version,
of
yeah.
Superman.
But I was like,
2,
it's not original at all until you get to like the end with General Zod and everything, and like what happens. That's different. But yeah, it was the same movie, and I was like, oh, that's surprising.
That's the same storyline. They come back from the Phantom Zone or wherever the hell they were at.
That Phantom Zone in the freaking original is stupid. It's like that floating square, and they're like, oh. Yeah.
Well, come on.
Yeah.
I remember what year it is when that was made, but that was a big deal. Richard Donner's version of Superman. I saw it in the theaters as a kid.
Okay.
It was great.
You ever seen the director? I think it's a director's cut. You ever seen that?
I don't think so. How's it different?
I don't know. Tyler again, mentioning him because I talked to him earlier today.
Yeah.
He likes like, so not of like objectively like what he thinks is like the better movie, but like for his ranking of Superman, he puts Superman 2, the like Richard Donner cut or something, like, or of something, director's cut, something like that, as his number one. Like he likes it the most.
Oh, we're gonna have to find that and watch it.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I
It's been
don't
a long
know.
time since I've seen 2.
I guess I could look it up, but yeah, like I don't know like what all has actually changed in it. So Superman 2 director's cut.
There we go, right there.
Yeah, the Richard Donner cut. So that's an hour 56. But if we do just regular Superman 2. Oh, not that one. Superman 2. Okay. Well, it says it's the same length. That's not right.
So I wonder what's the difference. Just search what's the difference between the two. What is the difference between the director's cut and that?
Wiki. Let's check this out. So it's a re-edited director's cut of the 19. Yeah. It has a significant amount of discarded footage, all alternative takes, and story elements not featured in the theatrical version. But it doesn't say like how much.
Well, I think it's worth a watch.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So I don't know. Yeah, we should check that out at some point.
Yep, no, that'd be one to go back and watch and compare because I'd like to see what's missing. Because I'd like to. We talked about this in the car earlier. Is that there'd like to be some movies that could be upgraded, and that Man of Steel is basically an upgrade of that movie, which I think makes it really good because it's the same storyline. It's just movies that probably could be, as much as I don't like remakes, there are movies that could be taken and be redone and probably modernized that would be very good movies.
Yeah, you did mention that we should do like a list one of these days. I think we should, like our like top 10 or 15
what
choices.
would you like to see remade? I have a couple old westerns I'd like to see them redo, which I know is probably sacrilegious to some folks, but I'd like to see it remade. The Bravados is one.
What do you think, this is off topic, the last western, most recent western we've gotten, what do you think it was? So Hateful Eight is not really like a traditional western. So that was like, I don't know what year that was. 3:10 to Yuma is a Western, but that was like 20.
What was wrong with Kevin Costner's Horizon? What was
That's a Western. There you go.
I
You
mean,
and I saw that.
That's the Western. It's about
Yeah.
this founding of the West, and everybody. I don't understand why everybody. I think history will judge that movie very kindly when you go back and watch it. I watched it again, and I thought it was a good movie, and it was a setup for the other two, which whether we see them or not is, I think they're filming part 3.
I think so.
2 is out there, but I think when we go back and we watch the companion films that come with that, I think people are going to be embarrassed that they were so hard on that film.
100% agree. And that the only issue with it is that it is a setup for 2 and 3. That's the only
That
issue.
ending was.
Well, yeah, the ending is it turns into it's like a TV
I think
infomercial.
it insulted
Not
our
infomercial,
intelligence a little bit as viewers because we know there's another one coming. It says part 1 in the damn title,
Yeah.
and to do that at the end to try and build.
He gave
up
us a
the word-
trailer to
He
like
gave
the
us a
next
trailer
movie.
to the movie.
in the
That
movie.
was unnecessary, but that's a good movie. I don't know why people didn't like it. The performances are good. It's a good story. I don't understand why people didn't like that movie, but I think when all said and done, we look back on it, people are going to go, "Wow, that was actually very well done."
I'm pretty sure they have. Wasn't the second one was supposed to be out already? Because remember we were going to go like 2-3 months later.
It was supposed to come out a couple months later. The other one
Yeah.
came out in. So this is last summer. I think, if I remember correctly, it was last summer.
think so,
It was
yeah.
supposed to be. It came out in June.
Second was supposed to be August.
August
wasn't it?
part 2 was supposed to come out. And they delayed it, and then they ran the first one right to streaming because it didn't do so
Where's
well.
2 at then? Yeah,
It's
I feel like-
sitting out there. It hasn't been released because I think
Interesting.
they're reluctant to release it because they're afraid it's going to be. It's probably going to be better than the first one.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it's
think
gonna-
it would because
it's
it
gonna
built
get
up
going.
a lot.
The story's going to get going. Everybody's headed for Horizon, but I think that's. So to me, that's the last Western that I'm aware of.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I thought I was like coming up with something creative there that there hasn't been one. But yeah, no, you're right.
No, it's
Yeah.
a good. I'm disappointed that nobody liked it. I would watch it. I'll go see 2 and I'll
I
see
didn't.
3.
I liked it, but I was also in the middle because I want the second one. Like I will go to the theaters with you for the second one because I want to see like
Yeah.
where it goes.
And I think those are movies you have to see on the big screen, and you have to go back and see Open Range that he made. I talked about this last podcast. If you haven't seen Open Range, you got to watch Open Range.
I almost clicked on Dances with Wolves.
You got to watch that.
this week. Well, it's 3 hours, so like that's why I watched Cloverfield like an hour 20. So I was like,
3
quick
hours
one.
go by very quickly. It's
Okay.
it's a 3-hour movie, but it doesn't seem like it's 3 hours, and that's the nice thing about it. And you won't want it to end. It's one of those long movies, but then you get to the end of it, and you're thinking, "Wow, it's over already? That sucks."
okay.
So yes,
All right, we gotta get back to Superman. We're getting off topic. So that was. You got anything else you want to say? Like spoiler free?
no, I mean it's you can't really say too much about it.
Can't
You'll
go
have to
wrong,
watch. There's a lot going on in it. There's a lot of plot, and it's like I said, it's entertaining. There's a lot of action. It is entertaining. Me personally, I don't think we ever get enough. When I watch superhero movies, I never get enough of the superhero. I never got enough Batman. I always thought there should be more Batman doing Batman stuff. There should always be more Spider-Man,
true.
more Iron Man, and maybe I'm wrong. It could be, but you want to see, the scenes with the cloud and Superman flying. That's all I'm going to say. I like that.
Yeah,
That's you want to see more of that, and I don't think we saw enough of it. But I'm not going to tell anybody not to go see it. I think
Yeah.
it's a good movie. I mean, you could take kids to it. You could be
It's made for all audiences.
my age and above, or you could be a kid and go see it. And I think it's a great movie. So
Okay.
watch it.
All right, yep, watch it. All right, we're getting into spoilers. So this time around, I'm actually gonna put some like tags at the bottom, so you can skip ahead to whatever the tag I put in like the description below. So do that if you haven't
But
seen the
remember
movie.
what this podcast is called. I would remind everyone that it's
Yeah,
Dad ruins the movie.
that's true.
But since you're going to ruin it, go right ahead.
All right. So let's just start from the beginning and kind of like see if we can, what we can remember and just go through the movie. What we liked, thought was kind of weird.
Right.
So, all right. Well, okay. You don't really do star reviews, but I'm trying to get you into it. So I did 4 stars when we were leaving the theater. Remember I was talking about I was like stuck between 4 and 3.5.
We have talked about it at length over the last few days, and I was torn. But you don't let me give. I have to do halves. We don't do 0.75s.
Yeah,
and we
it's
don't
just halves. So you do like the letterbox ratings, so just halves.
I thought 3.5 was a little low
Same.
for me, so I'd have to go with 4 and no
Yep.
higher than 4. I couldn't do 3.5. I thought it was better than that.
100%. That's
So I'm going to go with 4.
Yep. When I first posted my review on Letterboxd, I put it at 3.5, and then like an hour went by, and I was like, I feel guilty. I was like, this is.
What did I do?
Yeah, there's too many good parts, and I was like, it is Superman to a T. Like, he is good, and like I was like, I can't.
Superman is good, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's okay for him to have empathy and be a good guy. He's a little too bro-ish in some points, but
Yeah.
there's not enough Mr. Kent and not enough Clark Kent.
Yep.
But he is. That's who he is. So yes, you want him to be like that.
Yeah, I like that he's just joyful most of the time. He has his moments of like sadness and sorrow, anger, stuff like that. But he's human, or he's not, but he is. So like, yeah, it was nice to see. Like it worked for me. So okay, so the movie starts off. He got his ass kicked, which I thought was cool. That's a nice way to start. He's he's the world's strongest man, but he got his butt kicked. That's what the introduction of Krypto comes in. It's that teaser we were talking about from the trailer.
Right.
Krypto. So like, you went in as a Krypto hater. I'm pro Krypto. Krypto is dorky. It's it's comic booky. It's it's cartoonish. It's got a cartoonish vibe to it. I think it works for this movie. I do think if they wanted a better movie, maybe take the dog out. But like,
please don't give the dog its own movie. Just saying. Don't.
Yeah, that'd
be a lot.
Yeah, he works as like this supporting character in this. Really well.
We know where this is going based on the end and who showed up.
Yep.
We know where this is going, unfortunately. But
so yeah, he's going to be a supporting character in that one too.
Yeah, yeah.
You still hate Krypto?
I didn't hate it. It had its moments where it was okay. There was some comic relief in there, so it was okay. Yeah. But yeah, that part at the end I could have lived without.
You talking about when Millie, Supergirl shows up? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're in spoilers.
We're spoiling. Yes. Yeah. When Supergirl shows up, I could have done without that. I could have done without the whole explanation of how he got his butt kicked. Because the first thing that hit me when it started, and I didn't say anything because I want to talk in the theater, but it was like, well, how would Superman get
that?
And I didn't think about it till the end, and I was like, oh, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that part of the storyline.
You talking about the clone?
The clone. I did not like
same.
the clone.
So that's the part that made me think about doing 3.5. Was like, I thought the clone thing was stupid.
Who would clone and what happens to the clone and who closed the hole? Was that Mr. Terrific that closed the hole?
Mr. Terrific closed. Yeah,
because someone came up and they were like, they didn't even explain. I'm like, yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. He barged into the room when Krypto was throwing Lex Luthor around, like Hulk threw Loki around in Avengers.
Yeah, I completely disliked the casting of the Kents.
They did seem a little like...
They were a little yokelish for me, and I did not enjoy that.
Yeah.
They were ma and pa, and I didn't like it. It was kind of thrown in the face.
It's like stereotypical Kansas.
You go back to Glenn Ford's performance in Superman, and then Kevin Costner's performance, or they didn't go down the road with Jor-El. Although that was Bradley Cooper, wasn't it?
That was Bradley Cooper, yeah.
Yeah. They didn't go down that road with which was nice, but I didn't like the casting. And the guy that played, his dad, and it's a good actor. I forget his name, Taylor.
I've seen him, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen the mom, but I've seen the dad.
Yeah, and I did not like that. They made them out to be some yokels, and I thought that was a little cringy. I was like, what are they doing here?
I agree.
Because just because they're from Kansas doesn't mean they're cringies, and they're like the moral North Star for him. I mean, his adopted father is his moral North Star.
He's alive in this one, too.
And he's alive, which is
different.
Which is different.
Because I thought he was kind of like the Uncle Ben.
Nobody dies but Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I was saying. I thought he was like Uncle Ben's always dead.
Always dead.
I thought maybe
doesn't matter who plays Uncle Ben. He always eats it. Yeah. But yeah, he was alive, which he's not supposed to be alive. And I didn't care for that at all. That part I could have done without. So I could have done without the cloning. I could have done a little. We didn't need to see Supergirl. I don't know, other than foreshadowing what they plan to do with that, which I will absolutely skip and probably get. No, what, you don't like Supergirl because you're the woman? No, I just don't like Supergirl. Yeah. It's like me and I don't like Batman and Robin. I don't like Robin. I don't want to see Robin in a film.
I just never understood where. Like I even asked when we left the theater. I don't know where I don't read the comics, so I thought Kal-El Clark was the only one that got off the planet. So
I don't know.
How is Supergirl alive?
Offline, we're going to have to take a look at that and figure out where that came from. If we care that much, because I don't plan on seeing it anyway.
It would be nice. I doubt they're going to explain it because they said they're not really doing origins. But maybe they will for Supergirl because I don't think she's ever had.
We don't need an origin. We don't need that.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. There's a movie coming, but I'm assuming.
Oh, is it going to happen?
Yeah. It's like I knew she was casted, Millie Alcock or whatever her name is. I knew that she was casted as Supergirl before we went in this. So like seeing her wasn't like a massive surprise.
What has she been in before? What has she been?
She's in House of the Dragon. She plays young Rhaenyra.
Oh, one of the Targaryen girls?
Yeah, the main one. The main one.
Rhaenyra?
Yeah, Rhaenyra, that's her name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she plays young Rhaenyra. But yeah, no, she's really great actress, so I'm excited to see her in the role. But so I'm assuming the plot of that, off topic again, but I'm assuming the plot of that is she's going to be like the party animal, like she was in this, probably getting drunk on a Red Star planet, like they said. and then something's gonna go wrong or something, and then she'll have to like snap out of her
You have to
her party
grow up, you have
ways,
to
grow up.
and-
Yeah. So it'll still be fun.
Which again, going back to Superman, he is who he is.
Mm.
And even one of the things I didn't like, going back to Zack Snyder's version of it, is when we got from Batman versus Superman to Justice League, and how, the reanimating Superman, and Superman, when he suddenly wakes up, he's angry, and he's bad Superman, and doesn't know who he is, and he
I
wants
watched
to
it
kill
one time,
everybody.
but I know what you're talking about.
And then suddenly at the end of the movie, that was so anticlimactic for him to come back and fight Steppenwolf at the end. They're all fighting Steppenwolf, and of course Superman's gonna, because as soon as Lois showed up and suddenly he wasn't angry and he went and saw his mom and
snaps out of it.
and then he shows up at the end. That could have been done so much better for him to show up at the end and just, I'm about truth and justice. I'm like, this is stupid. And they ruined what they could have made with Superman showing. Superman showing up at the end should have been the shit.
Yeah.
And him coming in to fight. But they didn't.
Well,
And-
going to like Man of Steel, like I said, like I like that it took like a darker take than what we're used to.
Mhm.
But I think we talked about it like I don't know recently. Like I like the darker movies because I think it's more real
Yeah.
to like real life, because real life just is dark and it sucks.
It's a darker version of it, but he's still good in it. He's still
Yeah.
trying to do the right things, and everyone is shitting on him when he's trying to do the right things.
And I think that ending where he killed General Zod to save some humans, that was like his he's over the hill, like that was his moment. Now like I have to do good from here on out, so like even better than I already am. And like that would have been like a great for like the future movies where like he's the Boy Scout because of he did this thing and he does not want that to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't want to do it in the first place, and that's
But
the
it
whole
didn't-
arc, is that he had to do it in order. It was either these people are all going to die, or I have to become who I don't want to become. So he made the decision, and he made the right, and then to never do it again.
Yeah.
Although I find it hard to believe that people just don't die when what's the one where she's got the gun to her head in the desert and he comes through the ceiling of that's in
that guy died. There's no way
totally died.
Yeah. There's no way he survived
there's
that.
no way he flew right into him, and I'm like, no, there's no way that
Through
guy's-
the wall too.
Through the wall,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm like,
He
that guy
totally
is
died.
dead. Yeah, I saw someone complain about this Superman, which this movie was called Superman Legacy. Do you remember that? The one that just came out.
Is it?
It was it was. It's not
Oh.
anymore. It's called Superman. I didn't know that they got rid of it. That's the legacy part.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think unless I'm making up on a dream Superman or something. But I saw people complaining online when that it was one of those like trailers came out where it was the part where the big monster is coming down to step on that woman and he flies by and catches her real quick. I saw so many people complaining about, that woman would die. I'm like, guys, it's a freaking superhero movie. Who cares? And like they're like, oh, the velocity that he's going at. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so him grabbing her, flying into her, that rate of speed would have killed her.
Yeah, it would have snapped her right in half.
Okay, all right.
But it's a superhero movie. Who cares?
It's a superhero movie.
But all right, so movie starts off. He's got his butt kicked, which I liked. I thought Crypto was cute. He had comedic relief, like you said. Like I said too, I don't understand where Crypto came from either. So hopefully, if someone's watching this, comment below where Supergirl and Crypto came from. So yeah, that happens. He goes inside. We get the nice little, the new Fortress of Solitude.
Fortress of Solitude.
It's
yeah.
nice. I like it. I think it's cool that like it's I always thought in the old ones like this thing's just sitting out here and no one sees it. So it's nice that it actually was hidden away and it'd come out when they get close. Classic sunshine scene where he heals. I like that. That was cool.
Right.
Goes back and proceeds to get his ass kicked again, which I was like, hell yeah, that's cool. And that's when we get to see Lex Luthor, and we find out that he's controlling the thing with all of his like, different moves or whatever that's fighting Superman. And I thought that was cool too. He was like 35A, 2A, like yeah, that was awesome. Had another little classic moment like Spider-Man 2 where they're on the subway, like when he hits the ground and like the people help him out of the hole. So we've seen that, but
Yeah.
that was cool.
The social media, the campaign against Superman, the monkeys, really.
That was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, we could have skipped that.
Yeah, so that was definitely strange. Yeah, I don't know what that was. It could have been like just a bunch of his human squad that's helping him. Why wasn't it just
Why
them?
weren't they doing it? But we have a bunch of evil monkeys putting stuff online.
Yeah,
What?
where'd they come from?
I don't.
I don't know. So that part got it was just instead of going through everything, let's just jump around like we're doing. It's more interesting. So the Pocket Universe thing, I really I like that. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that.
But it did feel Guardians of the Galaxy-esque. Like, I was like, okay, we got this Rex guy. Was he the rock dude that could, like, form? I think his name was Rex.
Well, it's Metamorpho, I think, is his
Yeah.
name. And
Let's
played
find that out.
Because I know Alan Tudyk is number 4.
I think it's him. Isn't that the guy? Isn't that the guy from...
Resident Alien, and he's a guy from Dodgeball.
Yes, the
Pirate. Yeah, but no, he's number 4. He's the robot.
Yeah,
But I wanted to know who played Metamorpho.
I think it's. Oh, he's the robot.
No, Metamorpho is the guy that.
No. The Alan, whatever,
Alan
is the
Tudyk
robot.
is the robot, number 4. Yes.
Oh yeah, like Superman robot.
Yeah, but who plays Metamorpho?
Oh, it's this guy from Barry. You ever watch Barry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not hear him like.
No, I didn't have any idea who that was. That's why I was asking. I was like, okay, I know who everybody else is. Who is that?
The only voice I know is his weird voice he does in Barry.
Right.
So like the accent, whatever that accent is. But okay. Yeah, that was very like Guardians of the Galaxy in there, but I didn't mind it. I still thought it was cool. It was interesting. We got to see like what the Kryptonite did to him. I thought the Protein River was like pixelated when he was in it. Mm-hmm. That was cool. Morgan said she almost cried from the alien baby, like when it was crying. So, but a lot of cool parts like that. Like then also when Mr. Terrific shows up. So that's another good scene. There's that big monster. Mr. Terrific shows up and I was like, who's this freaking dude? Like, why is he sitting down in the sky? Like I thought he was paralyzed. But then it was nice to see the contrast between the heroes fighting that monster and they don't care about everybody else around. And then Superman cares about everyone. So he's trying to prevent everybody from getting hurt. He even saves the squirrel. And I was like, more Superman cool moments.
Squirrel.
Yeah, it's Superman, bro. Do you swerve when you see a squirrel on the road? You better say yes.
Well, as long as I'm not going to swerve into something and hurt somebody else over a squirrel.
Yeah, but he had the time. He was like,
yeah, but I'm not going to try to run anything over. No, yeah. But I mean, big picture of things. They made a big effort to show you him save the squirrel, and I was kind of like, okay.
Hey man, I don't know about you, but I like animals more than humans. Humans suck. So, but
that guy sucks.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I thought that was cool, and then yeah, just him saving everybody else or all the people while they're like kind of fighting was like nice. Where was I going before that? Oh, Mr. Terrific. So yeah, I was like, who's this dude? And I was like, what? Like, I don't know anything about him because I don't read the comics.
Yeah, I don't know who Hawk Girl is either.
Yeah, I've heard of her, but yeah, she wasn't as cool as Mr. Terrific because that scene where he goes into like the Pocket Universe to get him, I thought that was cool. It reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when they're fighting that. Have you seen that?
No.
Very, very good.
I have not seen 3. I've seen 1 and 2. And 2 I did not care for.
Did not like 2 either. I agree.
I have to try 3. We talked about this before. I'll try 3.
I think 3 might be better than 1.
Really?
It's very, very good.
Statement. Yeah. That's a big statement.
It's about animals, like I just said. So, it's about Rocket Raccoon. And, yeah. So, when you see it, let me know.
Rabbit.
Yeah. There's a hallway scene in there, though. That's, like, pretty awesome. And this was kind of like the same thing.
Okay.
It's like James Gunn's flair. Like, he always has... He's really good at, like, having, like, action comedy and, like, these cool moments.
Are there any plans for him to do anything else? So, other than Superman, now that he's got the DC stuff, are we looking at a Batman from him? Or are we looking at a Wonder Woman, Justice League? What are we looking at?
Last I heard... So, Creature Commandos is out. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a cartoon. It's an animated thing that came out on HBO Max, and it has Rick Flag's dad in it, which we saw Rick Flag's dad. Do you know who Rick Flag is?
Rick Flag died in Suicide Squad.
Yes.
So why is Rick Flag? I was
going
to mention that to you.
Yeah, it's his dad, Colonel Flag. So he's supposed to have white hair. It was what's his name? That actor? Did you see him in the movie or no?
The Frank Grillo, the dark.
Yes.
Yeah, Frank Grillo.
Yeah. So,
because Joel Kinnaman played Flag in the Suicide Squad movies,
yes.
But remember Peacemaker killed him.
Yep. So his dad is Frank Grillo, and so and so he's supposed to have white hair, I guess, is what it is in the comics. And so the animated one, he has white hair, and Creature Commandos is like a bunch of creatures. It's kind of like Suicide Squad, I think. It's like a bunch of creatures that do stuff. I never watched it, but that was technically the first part of this universe.
Okay.
So next was Superman, then we're getting Peacemaker season 2 and August, I believe, maybe.
They haven't done the second season of that yet? Okay.
And season 1 is not canon. So that's not part of this new universe. It's just going to be season 2. So that was cool, by the way, when we saw his Peacemaker was in Superman. Yeah. So they have that coming up. But then after that, the only other news I know is they're doing Batman the Brave and the Bold. Which,
and that's going to be
that's live action. I don't know what it's
No, it's live action. It's not animated.
Not animated. Sorry, I was answering that text. But it's live action, not animated, and it's going to be about old man Bruce. I don't know how old he is, but he's got a son, Damian, which I've heard of him before, but I don't know much. But I think it's like handing off the cape kind of. So I wouldn't doubt if it was like he died or something. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Okay.
But I think they gave plot details a while ago, but I don't think they started filming it yet. So like I don't know when we're gonna get like the next live action DC project.
Okay.
So if someone knows more, comment because I have no idea.
I don't know. I hadn't heard, but I'm assuming it'll be him. But I don't know how that works with this whole Batman thing that's coming, the Batman 2, which hasn't started filming yet.
Yeah. So that starts filming. I think they said January.
But that's going to be the same director, right?
Matt Reeves is coming back.
He's coming back to do. Okay.
He's going to come back and do the Batman 2. That is a different universe. So Matt Reeves' Batman is its own thing. And then you
but
have
it's still attached to DC in some way, right? Because it's a DC character, but it's just not.
Yeah, so it's a DC. Like, so it's James Gunn's. He's like the CEO of DC or Warner Bros. Whatever he is now.
Right.
So yeah, that's still like his project, but like I don't think they're gonna connect them.
Well, I would hope not.
Yeah, I hope they don't.
Yeah.
So like that's just gonna be its own thing. Maybe they'll do like Batman 3, 4. I don't know how long they're gonna go. Robert Pattinson, he's gonna keep getting older because they're taking so long. But then over here we have all this stuff. So like it's not connected.
Yeah. How old is Robert Pattinson? How old is he?
Like late 30s? Or he's in his 40s? He's not in his 40s yet, right?
I don't have any idea. I wouldn't think so. I would say he's probably in his 30s.
Robert Pattinson. Speaking of Robert Pattinson, he is going to be in look, when you look him up, it shows up the Batman. He's going to be in Dune Messiah,
Okay.
this, and the Odyssey, which is crazy. And
Right.
I think I don't know if Messiah comes out next year, or 2027.
I don't know. I'm not sure on that one.
But he is. Look at me.
Well,
It popped
the
up.
Odyssey's next summer.
That's next summer. So I think Dune and Batman's 2027.
He is 39 years old.
39, yeah, almost 40.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got to think it was 2022 when Batman came out, so it's already been, 3 years. So they're taking a very, very long time with that.
Well, yeah. That's why these guys don't want to play these characters over and over and over again, because by the time they get done playing them, look how much Daniel Craig aged in the Bond movies.
Yeah.
Between those films. Anyway, so let's get down to how long we had? What's our time here?
Right at an hour.
Right an hour? All right. Why don't we just
Do Superman rankings? Or
Superman rankings real quick, and then we'll wrap it up, and then we can do superhero movies, because I think that's another hour of just talking about that. So let's just rank them. Probably in order, and then we can wrap it up from there.
You want to do yours first or me?
I'll do mine first.
Okay.
I'm going to go with, and this is a close one, but I was a kid for Superman 1.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. Still love that movie, but I'm going to go with Man of Steel.
Okay.
Just above that one. And then it's going to be the original Christopher Reeve Superman right underneath that. And then number 2 just below that. And those other ones I'm not even going to comment on. So you've got Man of Steel, Man of Steel, Superman 2, right there in a row.
Well, what about this one?
I probably right now it's going to be 4th. I'd have to watch it again.
Okay.
It might jump up over Superman 2. It might jump over it, but I'm going to leave out Superman Returns. I'm not even going to comment on that one. It's not a terrible film. It's better than those 3 in Quest for Peace movies and all that nonsense. Yeah. So those would be the ones right in there. But I got to give this new Superman a chance again. Watch it again, and then it may jump in there. But right now we're going with Man of Steel, Superman 2, and then probably tied with that would be the new Superman.
Okay, I think for mine, I like Man of Steel the best as well. It's not the normal Superman, like, like he is in all the other ones, but like, it's just awesome. I think it's so cool. And what's General Zod's name? Michael Shannon. He's fantastic in the role. It's so good. So that'll be my number 1. This is the part I'm having issues. So Christopher Reeve, the first Superman. Yes, it's cheesy, but like, there's so many great moments. And like what he is. So I've been thinking about this all day, and I don't know whether to put this next, or put that next, or put the new Superman. But let's go ahead and do. Let's do Superman, the original. Maybe that'll change once I watch the next one. But so Man of Steel, original Superman. Then we'll do Superman 2025.
Okay.
Next. Then Superman Returns. We've talked about this before. Best part of that scene or that movie is the scene in the when he saves the plane in the baseball field. That is Superman right there. That is so cool. It's shot very well. I like that, and then the next two suck, but it goes it's 3, 4, and those movies are bad.
They're awful. Everybody knows it. So
I wish they would have done better with that. But that's about it for this episode.
So we'll get back to superheroes at a later date. But Superman, watch it.
Yeah,
go watch it.
Go watch Superman, and the superhero stuff. A lot more to talk about. So we'll come back to that at some point.
Yes.
And thank you guys for tuning in.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.